Well, hello there, everybody. My name's Seth. I'm the DM, and along with me on this grand adventure is Jacob.
Hey, yo.
Connor.
Hi there.
And little baby Adam.
Hello.
And we're treasure hunters in real life and D&D, and right now, I want you guys to tell me the best treasure you've accidentally found. It could be a penny on the sidewalk, or the nuclear launch codes. Any of those. And we'll start with Adam. We'll go reverse.
This podcast, but also, I would say one time I was standing, this treasure kind of found me. I was standing in the post office, gonna ship something, and I put my hand in my pocket, and I found $70 in my pocket. And I was like, this is freaking sweet. And then I remembered that I was wearing my brother's jacket. I was like, man.
Did you give it back?
Yeah. Had to. He would have known. Would have killed me.
I was really hoping you would say you kept it.
Well, I kept the relationship strong, which is worth $70. So, I don't know.
Well, he's your twin, so, like, isn't it really your money anyway?
I was firstborn, so basically everything he makes is owed to me.
Yeah.
That's how it works.
Is that how that works? I don't know twin dynamics. Can't you like telepathically ask him right now what his opinion is?
Yeah, he keeps telling me no. I ask him every morning.
Okay, Connor, what'd you find?
It's weird. It's happened 3 times now, but my wife and I keep going to the hospital, and we keep finding children and just taking them home. I don't know.
Oh, man.
We found, like, 3 kids now. It's kind of weird.
Well, did you bring him back?
Well, yeah.
Is this a similar story to Adam's?
Well, yeah. Like, I tried to return it, but they just wouldn't take it, so we took them home.
They don't look anything like you, though.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what to tell you.
I don't think they just give them out like that.
I mean,
such is fatherhood. Are you gonna take a fourth? Are you gonna hot take on Connor's personal life right now? Are you gonna steal a fourth?
Well, we never stole any children. We found them, and then we took them home.
Right.
We may end up taking a 4th home. We'll see.
But are you stealing a fourth or finding a fourth?
I already said, like, we may end up finding a 4th. I don't know.
How many would you maximum want to find?
I mean, like, look, if we find a 4th, I don't think I want to find any more children.
Hot take. Okay, I built this up the whole way because I think Jacob's got the best thing to find, which is...
I like totally missed the initial question, and I've been so confused what you guys have been talking about this entire time.
What's the best thing you've accidentally found ever? I'm talking metal detector.
I would have been so happy I was going last if I knew the question.
Has something ever just like, you're like, wow, what is the coincidence I found this?
Yeah, maybe it's like $6, or like
treasure, or a PS5.
Or
who would find $6, a $5 bill, and then a loony right beside it?
Well, yeah, that's a very real currency that could totally be a thing.
Exact change for a Frappuccino.
I found it on someone's table. I thought they might be leaving a tip, but I don't think they were.
Yeah, they just left the restaurant and left the money on the table. That's a donation for needy people like me.
Exactly.
No, that does remind me legit of a story. One time when I was in college, I went out for a beer with another friend from college, and we were so like tight on cash. We were just sitting there having a beer, and then, wow, this is embarrassing to talk about in real life. And then behind us, a couple tables down, is very empty. This couple legit just leaves the restaurant. Like, they pay and leave, but before the server has time to clean it, they have like a almost full platter of nachos. And so me and this guy, Chris, were like, yo, man, like, they just didn't even eat their nachos. We legit went over there and just like, just standing at the table, totally demolished those nachos, and then just went back to our table and finished our beers. Ugh.
I was walking into a forest one day and making my way through to the other side, and I saw this piece of string poking between 2 fallen leaves. It was October. I pulled the string, and it kept pulling like like something was put underground, but it was very lightly put underground, so it was quite new. I pulled and pulled, and it kept going off the beaten path. And as I looked where it was going, I realized it wasn't worth it. And so I went down the path, and on the other side of the forest was an ice cream shop, and I had a mint chip. And that was the weirdest thing I've ever found.
I just went back.
I like how it was going somewhere. It's going somewhere. Bail.
I never take
Okay,
risks.
let me tell you real quick, because I see we're almost at like the 10-minute mark. I'll keep it quick, everybody.
Oh, I wasn't recording this whole time.
But I found... I thought we were just talking. I found legit something. Well, it wasn't like legit treasure, but it was definitely weird, and I found things. I've tried this app, and I thought it was bullshit, and I still think it's probably bullshit, but it's still weird. But I tried randonauting. In randonauting, for whatever you guys don't know, it's like this weird temporal glitch in the matrix thing where you like put in your area, and it points to some location near you just randomly, and essentially it's supposed to break you out of the matrix. It's weird. I can't explain it. Look it up. Anyways, I tried it out with my significant other because we were bored and wanted something to do, and it was like a safe COVID activity, and essentially it sent us to this place like way off on this like trail on the outskirts of our city. And we went, and essentially when you hit like generate coordinates, you're supposed to think of something like, you know, the color yellow, or like I don't know, death. Anyways, we were just thinking about like general love stuff because we're a couple and we're cute. And we went off, and we walked on this trail to the exact pinpointed location of that it was showing. And there's no freaking way that this thing like knows where it's pointing. It just really, like, some of these places like you have to trespass to get to, which we didn't. But anyways, it just picks somewhere random on your map. Anyways, we go down this path, we find the spot after like a half hour of walking, and legitimately, no joke, there was just like this stupid path in the middle of the woods, and there was like nothing around. Literally, like if it stopped like 10 feet forward or 10 feet back, there'd be like literally nothing. But it stopped exactly on this one spot where there was like a pair of boots like nailed to a tree. Whoa. And there was like a little flower in them. And it was like, whoa. And it could have meant nothing. But I was just shocked that something actually showed up there. And then we tried it again a few more times. We did like the color yellow, and it brought us to like a high school where it's like football posts were yellow. Then we tried birthday, and it actually took us to like a street where there was a birthday on it, like balloons outside. It was weird, man. And I tried to get Jacob to do it, and he failed. But maybe that's because he's in Toronto. But
yeah, it didn't work
Man,
for me.
I'm going to do that for our vlog. Our next vlog, I'm totally doing that.
try it out. Let me know if it actually worked for you. I still think it's complete bullshit, and we were just kind of willing it into existence or seeing things where we weren't supposed to see patterns, you know?
What was
But
this
it was
app
weird.
called again?
Minecraft.
No,
let's
Randonaut.
play.
Random?
It's called Randonaut. It's like astronaut, but random.
Link in the description.
Sure. They didn't sponsor me, but I'm just saying it was weird. Anyways, let's get into the episode.
10 minutes in.
I had to get it off my chest. Recap. So, last episode, the guys entered into the jungle city, Aztec-like city of Tikul. There's lots of beast people around. Also, giraffe centaurs that are now my favorite and everybody's favorite because I keep talking about them. You gotta love I think I saw somebody on social media say it was a graph tour or something. Anyways, lots of beast animals everywhere, and they were making their way through the city, and they had a brief encounter with the chameleon man that Zippy threatened to murder, that ran away. That was weird.
That was cool.
That was pretty cool. Really flexing on him. But then essentially they wanted to get to the Colosseum because that's where Randy told them, you know, they can get an audience with the king if they win, and get his fire back. As they were making their way through the city, they noticed that actually there's some hints of the ammo company here. Some people are asking Zippy specifically about getting blue pills. And it turns out as they turned a corner, they saw the fake Zippy, the imposter from Among Us games and our game now. Imposter Zippy hanging out with Mongo from way back in Season 1. And they're hanging out. But the guys decided to avoid drama and conflict and focus on getting into the Coliseum. But to get in, they needed an emerald tattoo. And they went into basically this office-like place, ruined a whole person's memories and dreams, got the tattoos, and now they got into the Coliseum. That's legitimately the Spark Notes. And they got into the Coliseum, and now you guys are in the locker room. You see around you, there's all these like beast-like beings, polishing, sharpening their swords and their weapons, putting on some armor and some like leather hide vests and stuff. Everybody looks like they're prepping. And there's kind of like just a mist of sweat in the air. It's very locker room misty. Some people are taking baths or something. And you did notice out of the corner of your eye a Yushanka that's kind of like hanging on a pole, but it seems to be motionless now, so potentially the chameleon from before is here. But anyways, you guys are in here. What do you want to do? How do you want to prep for the upcoming tournament?
This place stinks. Who's the strongest in here?
Oh no.
You see a leonin, a lion person, like this big fat one with like a beer belly, hold up like just a mace, and he's just like, I think it's me.
How can you prove that? Have you won the tournament before?
No.
Then get out of here.
No. Oh, so honest.
Yeah, right. And they kind of sit back down. Everybody looks around though, and they're like, another Yanti snake-like person comes up and is like, if you're talking about the strongest, you're probably talking about Apophis. He's survived like 6 of these tournaments. Most people don't survive at all.
Wait a minute, you're saying that there's a high chance of death in this thing?
Like 95%.
I knew it. Do people usually join in teams, or is it like a 1v1 type thing?
Every man for themselves.
Is it like an en masse kind of thing where we're all in the ring at the same time?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Let me explain the rules to you, because you seem new to this, which is odd, because your recruiter should have told you everything when they gave you like the tattoo and permission and everything. But I'm not going to question it. I'm going to help. So here it is. Essentially, all of us go in the ring at the same time, and they're going to release monsters into the ring. Essentially, you either take down the monsters or survive until they are taken down, and you make it to the next round. And we keep going through rounds like that until we finish it off, and then at the end, usually, we square off against each other. Whoever's left, that is.
Is there kind of like a Hunger Games component where you kind of need like a gladiator kind of thing where you need people to like you or there's sponsors, or is it just whoever survives to the end? Or is there a bit of a popularity?
It definitely helps. Morale, having that popularity, it feels pretty good, or at least I imagine. I've never played. But after each round, there is a chance to bow out if you have survived. Because we're not animals here. We're just beast people.
Nice. I like the distinction. You never forget that.
But we do kill each other at the end if you're still in the ring.
Well, why doesn't everyone just gang up on Apophis? That makes a lot of sense.
Well, they bend down to you, Zippy, and they're like, I was really hoping you wouldn't say that very loudly. You guys are kind of giving away, like, the plan.
I have a feeling like the DM just is saving face here right now.
No, not at all. Not at all. I think you're just really kind of screwing up. Like, yeah, of course we do that.
Yeah. Okay.
I wanna win.
I mean, let's make it a fair fight, and let's all just go after Apophis first, so that we get the strongest out of the way. Because it just doesn't make sense that he would win all the time and survive so many. Either something fishy is going on, or he's someone we have to all go against each other. And after we do, we go back to our starting points, and then we kill each other.
Apparently he's made it to the last round every time, but bowed out just before it started.
Not this time.
I know.
Maybe he's garnering favor and a little bit of a reputation over the course of the years to get a little bit of a fan base. Not a bad idea.
Probably. But also, it's kind of a weak move. I mean, he definitely has haters.
So you're saying everyone's in on this?
You look around the room. You see like bugbear people and like rhino people. They're like subtly nodding.
Even the guy who just talked. Even the guy who just talked to us. Who
he's like,
he thought he was the strongest.
Yeah, the strongest Leonin guy. He's kind of like rubbing his belly. He's like,
So Apophysis is not in the room.
Not currently.
Okay.
Like there's like, it's a long hallway. It kind of wraps around. It's like a ring like room or half. It's curving with the curve of the Colosseum.
I see.
So it goes off for a bit, and you can see people like most of the way down.
Everyone! Today is the day we kill Apophis. All of us. We're gonna do it.
But
you hear slithering down. You hear way off in that distance down the hall. You hear,
yo, what? What was that?
Good one, Zippy. That was so funny. Oh, you crack me up.
I can't believe the Leonin would say that. Can you believe it? I was just relaying the message.
I don't know these guys.
Wait, we didn't say that. We were just saying what they said.
Slithering down. You hear people like backing up, hitting into their lockers. And then slithering into the room is the same snake being you've seen before. Apophis. Muscles rippling. Massive abs. And he comes into the room, and you can see the big Leonin stands up, and he's like, we didn't mean... And he gets slammed into a locker. Who's saying they're gonna kill me, huh?
It was the Leonin. You just got rid of him.
Oh, you're saying that now? Big guy on campus? Come on, fucking bring it, bro! And he's like flexing up in his face with his abs like rippling like it's like an accordion.
I mouthed to the Leonin like like covering my hands with my mouth like, be strong.
You can see the Leonin just backing up. He's like, I didn't mean it. It wasn't me. Oh, trying to take it back now, huh?
Damn, I'm going to stand in between them and put my hand on each of their shoulders, and I'm going to say, now, hold on. We got to save it for the ring, guys.
You're right. Still hate being disrespected, though.
I know.
What are you going to do about this? I want to apologize. I want you to apologize for saying you're going to end my life.
You know what? Use it as fuel. Listen, Apophysis, if you really are as strong as you say, you can rise above this. Show them in the ring.
Are you doubting me now, too? What's with all this energy in the room?
I only say this because I really believe in you.
Everybody's staring at me with those, like, eyes.
Well, you better get used to it. This is what fame is like, friend.
I know what fame's like, friend. Don't tell me what fame's like. You know, buddy? And he, like, pushes you to the side. Make a dex save.
Oh, Apophysis, don't do this. 15 plus 7, 22.
You get thrown, but you, like, land on your hands, push it up, and you, like, do a flip and land on your feet. Pretty slick. But still, you, lion boy, you think you're tough? You gonna apologize now?
So Darian has been kind of like chuckling at the whole situation, but after seeing Norman get shoved like that, he kind of steps forward, trying to cast more of a presence now, and says, all right, Apophis, we get it. You're clearly the strongest here. How about we just cool off? Well, you get your apology, but no one else needs to get hit before the game starts. I think that's illegal, is it not? You don't want to be disqualified, do you?
I honestly don't know if that's a rule.
No, I think my instructor told me when we were getting these tattoos, so I'd be careful on how much you hurt him before we get going.
Persuasion check.
7 plus 1, that's an 8.
No! And he, like, puts his arm and he starts choking the Leon and holding them up against the ground, slamming them into the locker. And he's like, so what? Apologize! And it's like,
I mouth to the Leonin again, just like, you can do it!
He's looking at you with like the most terrified eyes. He's like,
I'm sorry.
You're the strongest! You said so.
Yeah? You're sorry? And what else, little pussycat?
and he's like,
I quit.
yeah, you fucking quit! And he like slams him through the lockers, throwing him off towards you, Norman. He actually like lands sliding on the floor that's like greased by the mist and like, and like goes sliding and hits his head on the wall.
So now, I got a question. Who thinks they can kill me? Anyone else want to step up?
It was only him saying it. I mean, we all are here to die by your hands.
DM, my teal tattoos are going to begin to blacken a little bit.
Okay.
And there's a little bit of smoke that's going to start just kind of emanating off my presence. And I'm looking down at the Leonin at my feet. And I'm just going to look up at Apophysis. I'm just going to say, you better watch yourself, Apophysis. Save it for the ring.
Zippy takes note of this, and it kind of makes his heart beat a little faster.
Darian will remember that. If you've played any Telltale games.
I'll say something, you little goat. Your flip was pretty sick. I could do it better. But you know what? I gotta take a bath before I get in the ring. My BPM is like up. So I should probably cool off. But if anybody else says any shit about me, I'll fucking noogie your skull into your ass. Okay?
I'm not laughing in game.
And he slithers out of the room and he goes to the bath, and you just hear in the distance,
Everybody out of the bath! It's my time!
and you hear splashing and like people kind of yelling and running out, and you see people in towels just running to their lockers out of the room.
Darian was actually trying not to laugh there when he said the noogie line. Like, if you looked at Darian's face, you could see he was actually like, like trying not to crack.
So what do you guys want to do?
I'm going to head to the baths.
I'm going to stay where I am. I'm just going to kind of regain my composure. You know what? Actually, I'm going to help the Lionel to his feet. Hey, rough break.
Thank you. My windpipe feels slightly damaged. But I had the courage to speak because of the little one. I'm not the strongest. It totally was a lie.
We know. We know
listen,
was,
you
but
don't know how weak I am. Listen. I'm so weak. I barely got out of bed this morning. My back. Arthritis. I don't even know why I'm here. To prove something to myself. Prove I'm not weak, but I have to accept it. I got other talents. Like, it's hard to think of one right now, but I'm sure I do.
I'm sure you do too. You know, I'm almost 100% sure you shouldn't be in this thing.
Yeah.
Look, I'm not one to encourage somebody to give up. But if that's your current situation, you may want to value your life in this situation.
You know, optimism is a terrible thing.
I'm not saying don't try and improve yourself, but I'm saying maybe a death game isn't the best
No, it's
place
over
to
for
start.
me. No improvement.
Oh,
I can't improve. I'm gonna go get a glass of milk.
all right.
And he starts slumping his way out of the room.
Does he have an emerald tattoo, DM?
Yeah, he does.
What the heck?
He got recruited, but as we know, there's definitely shady ways around that, potentially.
DM, I just want to take a moment in this kind of stillness. I would like to see if I notice anyone around me has a blue flower tattoo.
Perception check.
Because I know that they were selling bullets outside. 2 + 4, 6.
You look around, and see just a bunch of beast people locker rooming it up.
Okay. I will look at Darren and I'm going to say, I don't see any blue rose tattoos, but with everything that was going on outside, it wouldn't be a bad idea to be wary of such things.
Well, I think it would be remiss not to. It seems we're in quite the hotbed with imposter Zippy being outside, so for sure.
Zippy, you walk to the baths, and you can see there's a little bit of a hallway, and then a turn, and then there's a door, and it has like a stained glass thing, so you can't see through. It's like, blurred glass, and it just says baths over top. And you can hear people just telling you as you're walking down, they're like, "Dude, what are you doing? Don't go in there! Don't go in there!"
I knock on the door.
You hear,
Excuse me? I am laying. Leave me alone. Bath time for Apophis. I just said that.
I open the door, and I say, "Hey, do you remember me? We talked earlier."
you're looking out, and it's like a big, wide, rectangular bath. And you look around, and you can see the back of Apophis, and his rippling muscled back now, and he's just like has his hands on the side of the pool. He's not turning around, but his back's facing you, so he's like at the closest side of the pool to you. And you look around, and also make a perception check real quick.
Okay.
Am I the only one that's thinking of The Witcher 3? Or Witcher when he...
Yeah, think that, but more muscles.
And snake skin.
19 plus 4.
Okay.
23.
You notice that first off, you notice in the corner of the bath, the top left corner of the bath here, there is a Yushenka in the corner now. And potentially a sweating invisible person who's potentially shaking you can see little ripples as somebody's like shaking in fear in the corner. But they seem to be invisible. You also, and you can also see like little divots, like because it's like the water's like not filling that area, right? It's like there's a little hole. And you also see in Apophis's right hand, that's like just over the water, is a bullet pill. And he's just like,
Excuse me. Bath time. Mine only. I don't remember you. Don't care.
DM, can I tell if something's bothering him?
insight check.
That's 12 plus 8, so that's 20.
Something seems to be eating at this guy.
I couldn't help but notice, but I was wondering how'd you get that strong? This is my first year in this tournament and everything, and we talked earlier. Look, I don't blame you for not remembering me. You're a really important guy, but and with all the pressure of everyone after you, after winning so many years, or rather doing so well in all these years, there must be something that's either keep making you keep coming back, or you're really strong. So which is it, if you don't mind me? I'm just grabbing my water bottle over here.
There's no water bottle in sight.
Where is it?
You see the blue pill goes from his fingertips and quickly hidden within his fist. And he just says,
You're wondering how I got this strong? That's it? What are you, an interviewer?
No, it's just an inspiration to us all.
Reporter?
No, no, I'm not. I may be someday, but yeah, I'm just really interested. Look, you have to have human connections after all this time. You can't be alone in this world, especially if everyone in that other room is coming after your head.
persuasion check.
I'm rolling well today. That's a 18 plus 8.
Nice.
That's a 26.
Hopefully this is not wasted rolls, man.
I know. Combat starts. They're all trash.
Okay, listen. I'll keep it brief because I want a bath. But
During the bath.
yeah,
You
but I
are
need to
bathing.
scrub. You bath without scrubbing, you animal. No, here's the secret. You need to focus on your diet first. Lots of people think you can just pump the weights, pump that iron, but you gotta eat well too. Lots of people forget about that. The diet is more important than the actual exercise sometimes. Not all the times. Not all the times, though.
But I've been doing that for so long, and I'm not as strong as you.
Yeah.
There has to be something else to it.
No. No way. You'd get strong if you did it my way. You're doing it wrong.
It feels like the older I get, the just weaker I get. And I have to keep up my reputation in the Bramble Patch of being someone really strong. There has to be another secret to it.
Bless my sacred Ganala praising heart to be so generous to someone so short. All right, get in the bath. You need to scrub if I'm going to train you.
I'll scrub right away.
I love this character. I love him so much.
Okay, Zippy, you're getting in the bath?
Yeah, I strip and I get in the bath.
Darren and Norman, what are you doing out in the locker room?
After that little side conversation with Norman, I would have been inquiring about ways to like kind of get, refreshed before it starts. I'm a little banged up from the river, so I don't know if there's any kind of like any options for kind of like healing or anything like that in the locker room.
You are looking around and asking people, and you hear at the other end of the curved hallway here, the locker rooms, you hear an alligator guard come in and be like,
All right, everybody. 20 minutes till we start. Make sure to put these face claws.
and they have a basket and they're handing out face claws and they're like,
Face claws of healing. Only work once, but will replenish all your stats for convenience sake.
Ooh, I'll take one.
Wow. That seems like a very broken, very Deus Ex Machina item that I would happily take.
Darian, take the stack. Oh my god.
Do you mind if I I've got a couple friends over here. Could I take the case? Just
No,
hand them out a
Darian,
little
that
bit?
would be wrong. That would be stealing. Everyone else needs one. Only take one for yourself, and I'll take one for myself, and then everyone else can get one for their own.
Hey, only one each. People get addicted to these things. Warm face claws have ravaged some areas.
Sorry. I'm just saying, like, I've got a friend who's still in the bath, but I don't want him to miss out on this opportunity. Do you mind if I grab one for him?
If they're in the bath, I'll go in the bath and deliver it myself.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure that he got it. It just, fair is fair, Just, that's all.
you see the alligator guard goes to the bath door, opens it, and you hear Apophis just go like,
Who the hell? Get out! No guards allowed! Gladiators only! And he's like, I'm sorry! Hey, get out!
and he's like, you hear something get thrown, and he's just like, take the claws! And he drops it, and the alligator guard like runs out. and then cut really quickly back, and you just see Apophis just be like,
Sorry about that, Zippy. Here, face cloth.
Sorry, I just
and you still see
yeah.
in the corner of the room, there's like just a hole of water, and it's like shaking. Okay.
I catch the face cloth, yeah.
All right. And Darren and Norman, anything else you want to do?
Yeah, I just want to go around, survey the room, see if there's any other potential threats from the other people who've been enlisted, if everybody's, just like really mid-tier, if really Apophis is just the only like big threat here, or if there's any other foul play.
Okay. Roll investigation. And Norman, what are you going to do?
I'm going to sit down on the bench by myself, and I'm just going to make sure that the bandaging around my hand is tight, not unraveling, and that my bad hand is basically secured against my chest so that it can't get in the way of anything. And
Kind of like a sling.
yeah, that's the word I was looking for. And I'm going to smooth out my cloak, and I'm going to put my hand on the bench beside me. and I'm just going to start playing as if there were a piano there, some chords, and just use a little bit of thaumaturgy to make some cool synth pads basically ring out and just kind of soothe myself a little bit until my teal tattoos fully look normal again.
Okay. Roll performance check.
Oh, okay.
And while you guys hold on to your rolls for those,
Okay.
I'll deal with those in a sec. But back to Apophis and Zippy. And we cut in mid-conversation. And he's just like,
Yeah, so that's kind of my breakfast routine. Now let's look on to second breakfast. You're gonna get 40 more eggs. And I know what you're thinking. Eating them? No. Juggling, man. Dexterity work. Gotta get your fingers loose. Do you have a pen and paper? Because you might want to write this down.
No, I have a good memory, though. Keep going.
All right. Never had anybody able to keep up with me before. You're pretty special, you little dude.
Thanks. Well, I mean, I just hope you remember me past 10 minutes.
Doubt it. I have a thing. I got this kind of brain thing.
Oh, yeah, I take medication for that. I had to take medication for something similar.
Oh?
Do you take any medication to help you with that, too?
Nah. Just plants. Just, the diet. That might be actually what's causing it. There's some really weird berries around my hut, but I eat them.
Oh, well, that makes sense.
The more purple, the juicier. That's what I found. Write that down. I mean, memorize it.
Memorizing.
You done?
Well, I'm still memorizing, but in the midst of my memorization...
I don't want to stop the process.
In the midst of the memorization...
Hey, slow down! Slow down! I gotta hear the beep. When I try to memorize things... Okay, slow. You're getting ahead of yourself, buddy. You keep wanting to talk. You're gonna want to talk. I get that. You're eager. Like a beaver. Not that you are one. But when you memorize things, you want to talk to yourself. You want to say it in your head. Grapes or purple things, juicier. Purple equals juicy. Purple equals weak spots, too. Juicy parts of people are weak. And then when I've embedded that into my brain stuff, I always go, beep. And then that means it's recorded. Kind of like a message.
Damn, how many messages can your brain hold?
Like 15 if I'm lucky. Can't be over a minute long, though.
15 minutes is a lot.
Yeah. I used to be killer at my high school plays, but only for parts that required 15 minutes of dialogue. Monologues, great. The rest, improv, baby.
Man, you must... Have you shared this information with King Veal? You must meet him a lot because you win. You get to the end so much that...
I wish. King Veal? He's like my idol. I look up to the dude. He's a lion, which is kind of sketch, but he's also just fucking rad. I mean, dude has it all. Think about it. He's got like the whole town, city, whatever, and he's also got like killer hair. That mane fucking flows. I mean, what else is there in life? I'm hoping that if I win, I'll get to him, and just like I'm training you, he will take me under his wing and maybe realize I'm his lost long son. I know that's a far stretch, considering he's a lion. But I've seen weirder things out in the world. Like how juicy grapes are. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I remember that. I remember that.
It's the grapes.
Yeah, good.
Purple equals juicy.
Yeah, now you're getting it. Beep, beep.
But why do you always bail out before you get to the end? Do you just like the thrill of it, maybe?
His face immediately goes down, and he kind of looks at the water. He looks at the water, and he takes his index finger, and he's kind of like swirling, and he's like, dude, that's kind of deep stuff. You know, stuff that's like hard to talk about. Do you know what I mean?
Hey, and I put my hand on his shoulder.
It feels like tense, because the muscles are ripped.
Hey, turn around. You tell me while I scrub your back.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, but don't tell the other guys, okay? Don't tell the other guys about this.
He's a snake, right, Seth?
He's a snake.
Yeah, all these scales, we have to shed you of your old skin into a new skin. That just has to happen. No, look, you've scratched my back with all this information and all your training. Let me scratch yours for just a minute. You deserve this. And You just keep talking.
All right. Scrub away, little dude. But don't tell the other guys. This is a secret. Right?
Yeah. Secret.
Stays between you and me?
Of course. I don't have any friends now.
No one else will hear this.
No, not at all. If I even had 2 friends just over there in that room, there's no way I'd ever tell them.
Yeah. Like that would happen.
As
Thanks.
if.
As if. All right. Here I go.
And we cut to Darian. Darian, you're first. What'd you get on your investigation roll?
I was an 18 plus 3, so 21.
All right. Talking around, you've heard there's some actually like pretty decent fighters here. But from what you've heard and from what you can gauge with your Darian senses and also Draken kind of talking to you, everyone does seem to be lower than your guys' level. Apophis does seem to be pretty decent, probably on par with you guys, but from what you and Draken are kind of discussing as you're going around, you know that everybody here isn't like the best, even though this whole tournament's supposed to bring like the best of the best. But you guys are better than the best of the best right here. Kudos to you.
Sweet. Well, if that's happening, do I still see Norman doing the piano thing?
Yeah, Norman, what'd you get on your performance check?
16 plus 7, 23.
You see that you've actually got a small little audience around you, and everybody's kind of like swaying to your smooth songs, and your tattoos have fully gone back to teal, but everyone is kind of like comrades. It's like, you know, the kind of toxic atmosphere and like just bloodlust in the room has kind of faded into this more calm, like, we're all in this together. Da, da, da. You know.
Sweet.
If it seems like there's a chance in the crowd disperses, I want to try and talk to Norman.
They're not going to disperse anytime soon. I rolled a 23. Just kidding. Well, I'll end it. Nice result. First a deceptive cadence, and then I'll play a 2, and then I'll play just like a nice dominant 1, and I'll end it. And then I'll say, everyone, it's important to remember that going into this thing, while only one person can win, whatever monsters they throw out at us, we have to take it down together. Otherwise, we'll never succeed. Now do with that what you will, and I'll see you in the ring.
And they all kind of disperse, and they nod, and they're all kind of leaving. They're like, that guy was great. I'm going to have his back in there.
Just
Nice. Sow the seeds. Okay, I'll as the crowd disperses, I'm gonna kind of walk up to Norman. I'm just gonna say like, "Hey,
Oh, Darian. Hi, join me.
I just wanted to check in with you really quick. Are you gonna be good for this? Are you feeling okay?"
What are you talking about?
Look, I know you were trying to keep things under control there, but I saw a little something earlier after Apophis shoved you. I just want to make sure that everything's going to be okay for the fight.
Oh, you mean my super sweet flip? I didn't even know I could do that until I rolled so high.
After the flip.
Oh. Yeah, I just almost lost my temper there. I think Apophysis didn't have to do what he did, and didn't appreciate that. But I'm fine. I'm totally fine, Darren. I really appreciate your concern, though. But I promise, I've got it all. I'm on my A game.
From your hip, Darian, you hear,
That sounds sketchy. Dude's changed ever since he's been back, huh?
Yeah. I'm not going to address Draken directly because that'll look kind of sketch. Because I'm assuming like Norman didn't hear that.
If I do, I'm just gonna keep looking at Darian as if I did not hear it.
Do I think Norman heard that?
roll a d20.
And did I hear that, DM?
Roll perception.
Oh!
Okay.
Modified 20 for me.
17 plus 6, 23.
Norman heard it, and you kind of know Norman heard it.
But I still keep my eyes on Darian as if I didn't hear it.
Yeah.
And Darian's gonna do the same thing. He's just gonna keep looking like Norman. Like, and both of us are just not going to acknowledge it, but we both know the other heard it.
Very awkward.
Just like, yeah.
You guys are just staring at each other, and Draken notices the tension. But Draken pipes up and says, "Hey boys, about this tournament. Since it's gonna be kind of solo, obviously we have a truce not to attack each other yet. But I did want to say, Darian, I think this is perfect opportunity to train you. Don't you think?"
Yeah, for sure. I just want to look, Norman, as someone else who has had issues with his temper. I just want you to know that I get it, and I'm not going to pry anymore, but just let me know if things get a little too haywire, okay?
Yes, and Darian, if things get dicey in there, stay close.
For sure. We're still a team.
Well, that's actually what I wanted to address.
Yeah, yes, sorry. Training. Yeah, let's, talk to me. What are we doing?
Norman, if you will. If it comes to a situation where, there's multiple enemies, which there might, I think it would be best to leave at least one for Darian to take on his own. And even if he's struggling, let it happen. Unless he goes down, then pick him up and do that. But until he does, just try to see him as some bystander. I want him to do this on his own, to get more strength.
I'm going to look down at Draken. I'm going to say, if that's what he wants. And then I'll look up, raised eyes to Darian.
Yeah, of course. That's fine. I mean, let's be real. It's like I'm always solo in combat in anyway, right?
And for this first round, Darian, no weapons.
Wait, what?
Just hands and your ingenuity, or whatever face spells you got.
So no items, no weapons, just my hands and spells, I guess?
Yes. Listen, if this was really dangerous, which I don't think it is, we looked around, pretty weak, I think you can handle it. And this is good training. You need to learn not to rely on any one thing, like you did with your switch sword. Little attached, you were.
Yes, but I feel like it was a little different. But the first round is monsters. Do we think it's really applicable for the monster round?
Yeah. Get creative.
Why don't you just give it a shot, Darian? I mean, keep your weapons on you, but, see how far you get.
Alright, let's,
But since, you don't want to face temptation, I'll hold on to that samurai sword for you.
No, that's okay. I still need to get that one checked out.
Alright. We'll let the training commence. And we cut back to Apophis and Zippy. Zippy, you're scrubbing his back, and there's some scales falling off, some dead scales, and he's just like, that really is the spot. Like, pretty good at this.
Thanks.
But where was I? Right. I've entered this tournament, championship, like 6 times. And every time I've gotten to the end, but I bowed out when they give you the chance. And I hate to say it, but it's because the people around figure out my weakness.
No.
Yeah.
You have such a strict routine.
I know. But even a body as beautiful as mine has its downsides. You see? And you can't go using this against me in there,
I
know?
would never.
Not that I think you'll make it far. You haven't done my training yet. You should probably
Exactly.
bail. But I'm cold-blooded. Like a snake. Because I am one.
What?
And cold-blooded people, when they get colder, get real sleepy. And people, as I fought, they noticed that I would stay out of the shade spots in the Colosseum. Because there's kind of a treetop that overhangs. They noticed I would always stick to the sunspots so I could keep warm. Because if I got too cold, I got real sleepy. I gotta take a 10. But you can't take 10s in there. Take 2s maybe, but not 10s.
But what's stopping you from that happening again?
Well, I do have an ace up my sleeve this time.
No, you don't have to tell me.
Okay. If I don't have to, I won't.
But
I kind of want to now, though. I like sharing secrets. I like somebody knowing what I'm going to do.
then do it. Go. You
Yeah. Yeah, okay.
go into your desires.
Okay, yeah. Dude, yeah, okay. I got this.
And he holds up his hand, and it's the blue bullet ammo pill. And he's like,
Check it. This thing is going to give me the edge.
Whoa.
Yeah.
And Zippy gets a little worried, but what does it do?
I don't even fucking know, but it's supposed to keep me warm. They said if I put it up my nose, which is going to be a tight fit, I got tiny nostrils. But when I shove it up there, it should be able to, like, infuse my body with some magic shit that's just going to keep me warm. Keep those guts loose and tight.
But what if there's dangerous side effects to it?
Zippy, here's the next step of your training. Don't read labels, okay? Labels put you in a box. And I don't like pills in a box either. That's why I got this one from a friend. No box on it. I don't even know if there is a box for this. It might be illegal.
You're not worried of like getting called out for doping or anything like that?
Dude, have you seen the security? Those gators can barely smell. They won't sniff me out. Also, I'll keep it hidden. Because it'll be inside my body. Does that make sense?
I mean, I guess. And I keep scrubbing.
Yeah. I find, also another tip, it's hard to find things inside somebody's body. Like, I can't tell what you ate. Well, I kind of can. You've been eating unhealthy stuff. But, you know, that's where I'm going to hide it. Because it'll be in my nose.
Oh, I just don't know.
And also, doping, low-key, everyone does it. If you're not doing it, kind of sus. Kind of sus.
I'm just worried for you. I just now that you mention it, I haven't heard too many good things about these pills.
This has become a PSA, public service announcement for drugs.
Zippy, I appreciate you looking out for me. But also, I want to stay warm. Just like this bath. If I could have a bath everywhere, dude, like King Veal, he's probably going to be sitting in a bath when he's watching this.
Wait, what? I swim over to my backpack, which is on the corner of the bath, and I go in and I grab my Mana Snow woolly leg warmers. I'm just like, why don't you just slide these down your neck, your snake body, and you wouldn't need the pill.
Yeah, but it's low-key restricting, though.
I mean, it totally is, but look, I don't want to tell you what to do because you're the one you're like the senpai to me or something like that, whatever it is.
Dude, senpai, yeah.
But isn't like taking a pill or something kind of admitting that you yourself aren't a whole person as you are?
That's like kind of a good argument.
I mean, everyone has their weaknesses, but you don't want to change what's inside you. It's easier because our bodies get battered and bruised all the time, and you can do some external like things to change it, but who you are on the inside, that's never going to change. And so these neck warmers that I have would keep you warm regardless. And no one could say anything about your character. It's like wearing armor essentially for you.
Persuasion check.
Like I understand this is helping him, but he's just such a nice guy. I just don't want to see him dope out.
Honestly,
Everybody loves Papa.
this might be my new favorite NPC. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, he's like actually a nice dude. I would be happy if he won.
I want him on our crew. If I'm being completely honest, I want a Giga Chad on our ship. Okay.
What was the roll, Seth? I mean, what was
Persuasion.
Oh, yeah, perfect. 17 plus 8.
Holy.
So, 25, right?
Holy
25,
crap.
yeah.
You hear off in the distance, and it's closer for you, Darian and Norm, but you hear an alligator.
All right, 2 minutes. Everybody line up at the gates.
And everybody starts moving and getting up. And you hear somebody come into the bath and just open the door, and they're like,
Sorry, 2 minutes. I'll go.
and they close it really quickly.
Look, you do whatever you want, but I'm going to leave these here with you. I got to get ready in the other room. It's your decision. And I've learned so much from you already, but I'm just saying, who you are on the inside is already beautiful. And I start getting out of the bath, and I'm like, I'll see you in there. And honestly, I'll be cheering for you on my side. And I leave the room.
Wait, Zippy.
Yes?
You're a bro. I'll take it into consideration, but not gonna make a hard decision in front of you. Gonna keep it to a surprise. But I will process. 1 sec. Beep. Got it. It's in my brain. I'll think about it in the 2 minutes I have. But I promise you, bro, I'll think with my head on it.
All right. That's all I can ask, and you've been a real bro as well.
Yeah. Pound it.
Yeah, and I leave.
Nux. Give me the nux.
Where's his nux? He's a snake.
I got arms.
Oh, right,
Not just a
right,
snake.
right,
I'm like
right.
lower half.
Right.
Come on, nux. Nux.
I give him nux.
Oh, nux.
Okay, I want that on a sweater. Nux.
And you leave. All right, the three of you reunite. What are you going to do?
Guys, that was wild in there.
What happens, Zip?
Yeah.
Yeah, your fur's kind of like soggy and you're kind of dripping.
He's kind of a nice guy, actually. I think he's stressed because it's complicated. I don't know. I don't think we should kill him or let anyone else kill him. He's just, at heart, he's just a fan. And he's just doing his best out there, just like we are. There has to be another way of getting to King Veal without killing him.
Well, I don't think we have to kill him. I think we just have to really incapacitate him. You know,
Even
if,
that, though, I'd feel bad. I feel like he really deserves to see King Veal over us.
Well, I think whoever wins is the one who deserves to see King Veal.
I mean, I guess, but he's been doing this for like 6 tournaments now. And like, I don't know, he's just a nice guy. Can there be multiple winners? I don't know. Or do we, what if we just tried sneaking into the castle or something?
Half of 1 minute till the gates open. Everybody line up now.
Look, here's the deal. We're going to try and keep them alive. We're going to try and keep everybody alive. There's no reason to kill anyone here for now. So let's just do what we can and get through these monsters first. I kind of want him to win. Well,
We'll play it by ear. We have no idea what's going to be out there, Zip.
But remember, we need to try and get to the king. So we may come down to a choice between him or that fire.
But there's Darian. Our life is like a maze. There's many different routes.
Definitely, it's definitely a maze. I'm with you on that one. Quick, let's get in line. I think we're just gonna have to settle it on the battlefield.
Okay.
You guys exit the locker room, and you can see there's people all piled up. You know, they're kind of just crowded in front of these iron bar gates that lead out into this kind of open, sandy Colosseum ring. And you can hear the chants and cheers of the crowd. And you guys are there. And you see some of the other contestants look at you, Norman, and they're like, respect. Those were some sick tunes. And Darian, you hear at your hip,
All right, Darian. The Draken training program starts now. No weapons. All brutalistic fist punching blood. That'll be great.
Okay, let's do it.
Hell yeah.
and Zippy, you're looking around for Apophis, but he's not there. And you hear an alligator guard at the front be like,
All right, everybody. You know the rules, because I'm sure someone explained it to you if you didn't already. Now, gates are going to open, and you all get comfy wherever you're going to stand. Beasts will be released in 1 minute. Good luck.
and you see the iron bars start shaking as they're being lifted, and you can hear cheers and cheers, and you all start like running out into the Coliseum area. You're all kind of spreading out. There's some like basic weapons on the ground, like spears and stuff, like stuck in the ground from previous fights. There's not really any like cover or anything, but it's mostly just sand beneath your feet, and you can hear the cheers of the whole audience in this giant Coliseum. And you can see one spot where it's more of a tower and it breaks away, and you can see kind of the royal seating area, and you can see this Leonin with a crown and these red and gold robes sitting there, and you see Loxodon, elephant person, stands up next to them and goes, "Welcome everyone to this year's Tournament of Ganala!" And everyone goes wild, and they say, "You see, we have so many fighters below, but I know you're all here for the one special leader, the favorite to win. These are all nobodies, but we have the one returning, the future champ potentially. It is the indestructible, insurmountable, inextinguishable super soldier serpent from the Python tree, Apophis!" And you hear everyone go bananas, and some people are loudly booing, and you see slithering out. Yeah! You see slithering out all ripples. They have kind of an iron chest plate covering their abs now. They have kind of a gladiator helmet over their snake head, and these like armlets going around their arms. But right above those armlets, you see some fur. You see some fuzzy wrappings around their arms, and also the back of their tail. And they're just looking out, and they're like flexing like Zeus style, and they're like, "Yeah! Yeah! This year's the year, baby! Let's get fighting!" And everyone goes nuts. And the Loxodon says, "All right! First up, everyone get ready! Release the Go Rhinos!" Gates open, and these large, furry rhinos, like with these kind of long heads, come out with these like tails and everything, and they're just giant, kind of like almost ape-like rhinos. And there's 3 of them, and their eyes are red, and steam is blowing out of their noses. Let's roll some initiative!
Oh, man.
And that's where we're going to take a break. Yo, what is up? It's your boy, Midroll Man Seth, coming at you live with another Midroll Madness for this week. I hope you guys are enjoying this one. I think this is the episode that Connor has laughed the most in. He was like just giggling, as you heard, nonstop throughout that whole episode, or the first half. And the second half, you'll see he pretty much does the same thing. But thank you for listening, and I hope you're enjoying it so far. And I just want to go through some quick announcements. So first off, shout-outs to our legend tier patron, Randy. You are an absolute gem, and we cannot thank you enough for your support. And for those interested out there that also want to support our show through Patreon, at the $2 tier, which I would recommend, you get access to our incredible Discord community where us, the cast, and our community play one-shots together. We run games together, and we just hang out, do live listening parties, other cool events. Like we're doing a Christmas great pass around, like gift exchange. It's a ton of fun. So if you're interested in that, join at that tier. At higher tiers, we also have bonus episodes, like we did a 2-part kaiju extraordinaire where the guys were literally like Godzilla-esque monsters. We also are releasing vlogs now on there. And also we have all our music up in there. And specifically, actually, a new one from this episode that's going to be going up in there on our music tier is the Draken theme that you heard. The new Draken theme made by Jacob Joseph Music. Thank you so much for producing that for us. It sounds incredible, and I think it really hits the Draken beats. It's got that nice little crispy evil edge. But yeah, that's going to be going up there soon. But also, if you don't want to support us through Patreon, that's totally fine. Other ways you can support the show if you want to help us grow is, just tell your friends and family about it. Suggest us word of mouth or share us on social medias, as well as rating and reviewing us on iTunes or Podchaser or anywhere you can rate and review podcasts. There's a bunch of different ways. But if you do that, it really helps us boost up in the feed so people can find us more easily. So it's a great way to just help us become more visible to people so they can find us or discover us. Discover us like the treasures we are, the grand treasures we are. But seriously, thank you so much for everyone who's already reviewed and shared and supported us. We really do appreciate it, and it does go a long way in helping us. In other news, we got a new episode coming on December 8th. Yes, December 8th. And I think I guarantee before the year is up, we're going to be through this jungle arc. That's my goal. So the 8th and then the 22nd. And we may also have a little Christmas thing coming. You never know. Not full musical tier like the past ones, because we haven't had enough time after recovering from the summer musical, but we have something in the works. I don't want to spoil. But keep an eye out for that. But yeah, 2 weeks, December 8th, that's the next episode. I hope you're looking forward to it, and I hope you enjoy the rest of the episode in this Coliseum fight! All right, take care, everybody. All right, we are back in the Coliseum! And we are going to fight some Go Rhinos, which are basically rhinos that are long. They have this long lizard-like tail and these two kind of big furry ape front arms. But they're rhinos all the same. You see 3 of them pouncing and running around. You can see some are flipping and people are kind of running away from some of them as they're like charging through, flipping people with their horn. You can see a female apeling has kind of like a Wukong staff, and she pole vaults up and lands on one of the Go Rhinos' backs and is like whacking them. You can see Apophis is kind of over at another area fighting the second one and kind of just straight up like punching it in the face with his big, beefy, now furry arms. But the third one is coming right to you. What's your initiative rolls?
19.
15.
14 plus 5, also 19.
Okay. First up, it's charging towards you guys. It's going to be Zippy.
Okay, I overheard and saw Darian kind of looking in his head of just like, okay, I'm going to do this, because he's I understand he's training for his archfey. I want to help him out, so I will I will cast Dominate Beast on this beast coming at me. And I'll put him in front of Darian and I'll let him beat him up.
Dominate Beast. Okay. Read it off.
So you attempt to beguile a beast that you can see within range. It must succeed on a wisdom saving throw or be charmed by you for the duration, which is a minute.
Okay.
If you or the creature are friendly, you are fighting it, that's an advantage on the saving throw.
Oh. I succeed, I assume. That is a 19.
Yeah.
Okay, so you try to cast Dominate Beast, and it's charging at you guys, and you cast it, and it just shakes it off as its mind is getting cloudy, and it's still charging towards you guys. Is there anything else you want to do on your turn, Zippy?
Yeah, I want to roll behind Darian.
You tuck into a ball and roll around and roll behind Darian. And you're back there. Okay. Next up is Norman.
Okay, so where are Darren and Zippy in relation to me? Are they on my left, in front of me?
I assume Darian's like just like 5 feet to the left, and Zippy's right behind him.
Okay.
Well, I'd say 5 feet behind him.
Okay, 5 feet behind him.
Okay, I'm going to start walking to the left, and I just want to remind everyone that my arm is in a sling hidden underneath my purple cloak, and I'm just going to say under my breath to the rhinos coming towards me, say, "What's the rush?" And I'm going to sweep open my cloak in a big cascade, and I'm going to cast Bane on all three.
On all three go rhinos? It's
Yeah.
a very large Coliseum. It's about like 100 feet diameter, like across.
I really meant one. I'm just going to cast Bane on one. Okay. Up to 3 creatures, but just one of your choice. Actually, are there any other fighters around us?
You can see there are some that are like just running around. You guys are one of the only ones actually taking on one of the go rhinos. There are some people running by.
After my speech, I'm not gonna. Okay, I'll just attack the rhino. Okay, so it must make a charisma saving throw. When the target fails this saving throw, it must. Whenever a target that fails this saving throw makes an attack roll or saving throw before the spell ends, the target must roll a d4 and subtract the number rolled from the attack roll or saving throw.
Okay.
So yeah, I'll cast that.
That is... They have a -2 to that, so that's going to be 11. That does not save, I imagine.
No, they fail.
All right.
And I'm just gonna keep. I'm gonna keep walking. Well, is it running more straight towards Darian, or have I exposed myself?
I mean, you guys in general, it's running towards.
Okay.
Like, so yeah, Darian's going to get hit too.
I'm gonna slowly back. I'm gonna keep walking to the left, so it has to pick either me or Darian and Zippy.
Okay. You see it is charging and it's coming and it's running at you, Darian, and Zippy. You're going to get hit too because it's charging right in front. And Norman, you dodge to the side?
I'm like walking. I'm trying to make it look cool, but as it gets closer, I'm going to start speeding up my walk. Like,
Okay, yeah, you easily dodge by moving away from it. So it's going to try and charge through and hit both you, Darian and Zippy. So please make a saving throw, a dexterity one.
Mine's 8 plus 3, 11.
Mine's a 12 plus 7, so 19.
Okay. So, Zippy, you're hiding behind Darian a few ways back, and as the Go-Run-It comes, Darian dives out of the way and leaves you exposed as the Go-Rhino
Zippy, look
goes
out!
charging and slams into your head. Like, it digs its horn into the sand, digging it up, and then flinging you into the air. You take only 17 damage. But you're flying up in the air, and that's where you're going to end your turn. You're just airborne. You're about, like, 20 feet off the ground. It flew you pretty high.
20 feet?
Oh, you went flying. You're very light, and it flung you very far. Next up is Darian.
Okay, on my feet from that dex save, I'm going to quickly reach into my bag, and I'm going to pull out some rope. I have from one of my packs, I've got 50 feet of rope. I'm going to bring out the rope, and I'm going to run towards the what is it?
A Go-Rhino.
A Go-Rhino. And I'm going to phase step 30 feet onto its back using my bonus action. And then using my action, I want to take the rope and wrap it around its neck. Like, whip it around once and grab it so I've got the rope on each end wrapped around its neck.
Okay. Jeez. So you're trying to, like, lasso it kind of thing. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to say roll athletics to try and get it around there.
Okay. I like that. I like athletics. I'm good at athletics. That's a good thing I'm good at athletics. That's a 6, but it's a +8, so 14.
Okay, yeah, you sling it around, and the rope is, like, around its neck, and you're on top of its back. And you're kind of like, buck riding it now. Yeah, and it's not excited about it, but it's trying to shake you off, but you're still riding it. And you're up there for now. Next up is Zippy, who's currently in the air.
I fly up in the air and I shake off the what I imagine would have broken me in half if I was a real person. And I grab from behind me my magic carpet and I unfurl it, and then I stay up in the air there as I land on the magic carpet there. Alakazam!
It unfurls from your backpack and catches you underneath, and the crowd goes wild. They're like, "Whoa, magic carpet!" And you're flying.
From up there, I use Call Lightning on the rhino.
I'm on
Okay.
its back.
Oh, right.
Yeah,
sorry.
go for
it.
No, man, you said it. Do it.
Do it.
Okay.
You're not thinking straight. You just got hit by a rhino.
He's got like elemental resistance stuff. He'll be fine.
Yeah, Darren, you're going to have to make a dexterity saving throw. So a storm cloud appears in the shape of a cylinder that is 10 feet tall, 60-foot radius, centered on a point you can see 100 feet in front of you. The spell fails if you can't see a point in the air, because this is an open arena, right? There's a sky.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
there's like tree leaves. There's a giant like kind of like tree that has branches spreading over the top, but there is sun that comes through.
If the creature fails, take a 3d10 lightning damage.
Holy.
12. So I'm pretty sure that doesn't succeed.
I did save. I got a 18 plus 7 for 25, but I'm also going to quickly cast as a reaction, because it would be half damage normally.
Yeah, it would be half damage.
On my reaction, I'm going to cast, what's it called? Absorb Element, which would give me resistance on any elemental damage. So I think with the two of those stacked, it should negate the damage. And I will be electrically charged.
So Zippy, roll damage, and while you're rolling damage, you notice that the clouds overhead like filling through above the treetop canopy and starts going dark around the entire Coliseum. And you can see Apophis kind of look scared for a sec out of the corner of your eye, Zippy, as it's gotten like completely shady around here. But he looks up at you, Zippy, and then he like pats his arm where the fur is, and he gives a thumbs up. And then he decks and he punches one of the go rhinos, and they go boom, and their face just goes sliding into the side of a wall of the Coliseum, and you can just see he's like, "Eat my fist!" And he's just punching, and you can see the Coliseum wall is cracking a little bit, and people are kind of scared and running from their seats as this go rhino is just getting decked.
I love this guy. 21 damage, DM.
Okay. It strikes the go rhino and they scream. And they kind of try to buck off, but they're like shocked. But Darian, you're holding on with your now lightning rope basically around his. It's like a lightning lure now. But you're still on the back and you're kind of electrically charged.
Yeah.
But you're still on there and it's taking that damage.
Darian, keep him there. The lightning can keep hitting if you hold him in that spot.
Okay, but I don't know how many times I can kind of take that hit, but okay.
Keep taking it. You can take this.
Next up, Norman.
I did hear his conversation with Draken, how Draken wants me to leave him alone. So,
Well, like, ideally, if there's, like, multiple enemies, essentially he's like, leave one for Darian solo. I don't think this would apply to that case.
okay, well then in that case, how far is he from me?
He's, like, about 15 feet away from you since you kind of ran away a bit.
Okay, I am going to... do you know what? I'm just going to cast Vicious Mockery. Choose a creature you can see. If it can hear you, it must pass a Wisdom saving throw or take 1d4 psychic damage and have disadvantage on its next attack before the end of its next turn. So yeah, make a Wisdom saving throw.
Okay.
But it has a minus d4 because of my Bane.
I know.
Okay.
I've been adding that. And it's still actually going to be 9, so that was actually a pretty good one of it. But 9.
Yeah, it fails.
Yeah.
So now it takes 1d4, baby. Psychic damage. Oh, it actually increased. It's 2d4 because I'm level 10. Plus 1. 3 points of psychic damage. Boom. It has disadvantage on its next attack.
Yeah, it like... Yeah, well, it's going to have like... You're stacking the disadvantages on this thing. It kind of reels back in its head. It's not too bad, but it looks like it has a headache. And it takes that damage, and it will have disadvantage next time. Is there anything else you want to do?
I I'm gonna say, Darian, you got this, and I'm gonna cast a bardic inspiration.
Okay.
So Darian, that'll be a 1d 8 for you.
Sweet. Love it.
You see the Go Rhino, it's their turn, and they're getting damaged, and the lightning it did not agree with, but it has you on its back, Darian. And it's like trying to shake you off and buck you off, but it's been realizing that's not going to work. So it's going to try and roll. It's going to try and roll its body in the dirt to try and like slam you into the ground and get you off. So it's going to try and make an attack, and we're going to see if it hits you.
Disadvantage, as well as a minus d4.
Yeah, it tries to slam you in the ground, but it like you basically it tries to roll, and as it's rolling, you kind of let go of the rope, run over its belly as it's rolling in the dirt. Like you're basically like, you know, a barrel in the water. You're rolling over it, and then you get back on its back and you grab the ropes again. And it's like, what the hell? And it's not happy. And it's going to start moving towards the wall. You guys started about 20 feet away from the wall, so now it's just moving closer to it.
Okay.
So it's moving that way. But Darian is doing some acrobatics. All right. Next up is going to be Darian.
Well, get ready for this one. So I'm currently still conducted like a lightning rod. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to, as the beast is still kind of like bucking me around, I want to like, for flair here, time one of his like bucks so that like I go into the air and use his head going back down as it like catapulting me back towards him, and I'm going to punch him right in the back of his head.
Superman, flying punch.
Flying
Okay.
Superman punch. And I'm going to trigger my planar warrior using my bonus action to add an extra 1d8 force damage onto it.
Go
as
for it.
well.
Roll the hit.
So that's 16 plus 8 because you're proficient with your fists. So that's 24.
That definitely hits.
So because I'm activating Planar Warrior and that the absorb element, first it's going to be 1 plus strength base damage, so it's 5 damage plus 8 electric damage and only 2 force damage. So that's still 15 total damage for my first punch. Superman punch in the back of his head.
Jeez.
And then I'm after that, I'll stand back up, and then I'm going to do a big elbow drop on the back of his head as well.
Okay. Roll the hit.
Which, that's a 19 plus 8. Dang it, I wanted to crit. But 19 plus 8, so 27 to hit. But that only does an additional 5 damage. So that's 20 damage total.
Okay.
From a punch, big Superman punch, and an elbow drop.
So they are looking kind of bloodied already. You punch it, and its head like dips down as it's moving towards the wall. It's kind of like charging there. Dips down a bit, and then you elbow drop, and it's like, and its chin just slams into the sand and just, and it puffs up, and it's like knocked prone basically because you keep knocking its head down. It's messing up its running. So it's prone now in the sand. Zippy, it is back up to you.
I'm just gonna cast lightning on it again, I guess, from above in my safe carpet.
Okay, cast lightning.
Well, you have to save.
That's a 17.
Yeah, you save,
Okay,
Okay, well,
but you still take half damage.
right.
that's an 11 plus 7, so that's an 18. I'm going to use another level 1 spell to use another absorb element so I can negate the damage again.
Okay, you negate it.
But I'm now electric charged again.
Roll the damage. You're gonna half it.
It's 18, so 9 damage.
Okay. So it takes the 9 damage, and it doesn't look happy. It's just lying on the ground getting shocked, and Darian's still on its back taking it. Now, is there anything else?
What's the rest of the battlefield look like?
You can see there's people running around. Some are getting like trampled and crushed underneath some Go Rhino's like hooves. You can see Apophis is just tanking one solo. And you can see some people are actually like starting to come up to Apophis and either help him out or do something else. But there's a crowd forming around Apophis. The other one, though, is kind of going buck wild. And there's the one apeling female that's just like whacking it on its head, trying to steer it around. It's kind of running around, just taking people out. But there is some like dead bodies. But yeah.
I want to fly around the perimeter of the arena and try to get a good look at King Veal and make eye contact with him. But, like, briefly. Not that I want to talk with him, but I just want to make eye contact with him.
You're circling around, and you can see, basically, it's at the same level as you. It's high up in the air, like his little royal seating. And you look over, and there is a lion, the Lion King, and they have this glorious mane. And they're just kind of like, wow. They're kind of yawning as they like pat their mouth with their hand. This round is not amusing them.
And there is no like abnormal fire substance next to him or anything.
Nope. You see there's some people behind him, some like royal attendants, and you see the Loxodon next to him. That's like the announcer.
Okay, I keep circling the arena, but that's how I'm going to end my turn. I circle back.
What's happening with Apophis, though?
Norman, what is your turn?
Okay, so did I also notice the crowd gathering around Apophis?
Yeah, over on the side, you see there's like 6 people kind of coming to Apophis's aid, so to speak. But we know from earlier, it's like it's a wink, wink. Huh?
Yeah, I'm gonna go. Hey, Zip!
What's up?
I'm gonna say, Darren and I got this. Apophis looks like he's getting surrounded. And then I'm gonna say, sorry. You might want to check in on that. And then I'm gonna spin around, grab my dagger, and I'm gonna throw it at the rhino.
Okay, roll the hit.
Okay. 9 plus 7, 16.
Okay, yeah, that actually hits.
Okay, so I'm gonna use my bonus action to activate Psychic Blades. So I rolled a 4 plus 3 for dexterity, which is 7 damage, and now I get to add 5d6 psychic damage.
Whoa.
Oh, damn.
So
Okay.
as I spin around, if you let me flavor this, I'm going to use Thaumaturgy, and I'm going to just sing, "Come, listen to the tale I know." I'm going to do 16 points of psychic damage to this thing.
Damn, okay. And there's nothing else with that? Just 16 damage, right?
Yeah. Oh, 16 plus my 7. So 23.
23. All right. So you see its like head is down right near the wall from the punching that Darian did. The psychic blades zap into its mind, and it's like freaking out, and it's like slamming, and its eyes are just bloodshot red now, and there's blood dripping out its nose as it's just letting out roars. And it's actually the Go Rhino's turn now. And it uses its movement to pick itself up from prone position, and it's like freaking out. It's on its last legs. And it slams its head into the wall, and people are running from that part of the Coliseum. And it's breaking its head into the wall with its horn, and it's gonna toss rocks behind it. It's gonna like scoop them out to try and hit yourself and Darian with these rocks. So it's gonna roll 2 ranged weapon attacks with these rocks it's trying to fling backwards at you guys. And with the Bane and everything, it's still got the disadvantages. And it's hit next attack. Yeah, guys. It didn't do great. The first one goes flying to Norman, and Norman, you easily dodge it because it's not knowing where it's flinging it, so you easily maneuver around these rocks that are being flung. And the other one, it like slams its head in, and it's just hurting itself now. It hurt itself in its confusion, essentially. And will take 2 damage on top of that. So its head is just busted. It's just like confused. It's backing away from the wall as it's tried to make a desperate attack, and it's looking pretty bloody.
I'm going to mutter under my breath, "Ooh, it would have been really thematically perfect if I'd killed it there."
All right. Next is Darian.
All right, so seeing how things are getting a little hectic, I am going to drop the ropes, and in my electric charged state, I'm going to focus the electric energy into my left fist, and I'm going to activate Planar Warrior and focus the force damage into my right. And I'm going to just roll 2 attacks. That's another 19 plus 8. And then a 9 plus 8, which is a 17. I believe both of those hit.
Yep.
That's 3 additional force damage, 3 additional lightning damage, and I'm going to bring both hands up and double hand hammer fist into the back of its head, dealing a total of 16 damage, 3 force, and 3 lightning.
You bring your fist down, boom, and you can feel beneath, like you've been punching it a while and it's been like a thick skull, but this time you feel it's something different, like something snap and something concave as you slam down your fist and its head just like caves in on itself and its eyes go dim and you raise your bloody fist from its skull and Draken's just like, hell yeah, kid. See? You don't need weapons. Holy shit though, damn.
Oh, that felt real good. All right.
And the crowd cheers. And before we end this round, Zippy, I'll give you one chance to do something. Apophis is over and he's destroyed his Go Rhino, and 6 other people are crowding around him now. And he's turned around. He's like,
Yeah, a little too late, fellas. A little too late. Look, it's all for me.
and they all like draw their spears and scimitars. And they're like crowding in on him, and he's just like,
Oh, so that's how it's gonna be.
what do you want to do?
I just want to go bring the carpet close to him, close enough, but still above, far enough from danger, and just be like, "I'm watching, senpai."
Roll persuasion, or actually roll a charisma, base charisma.
I mean, just like he taught me. I'm watching him. I'm learning. That's a 16, 14 plus 2.
Essentially, you've given this man a point of inspiration.
Yeah.
You see Apophis go,
Yeah, little dude, you're still alive. Yeah. All right, Zippy, watch.
and a person starts charging them with the spear, and he like takes it and he's like whipping it around and slashes them with their own weapon. Other people are coming, and he's just like tossing them, beating them, ripping like some's like arm off and like throwing them because he's ripped. And he defeats the 6 people. They were no match for him. You see the other Go Rhino was taken down by the Wukong monkey, and the Go Rhino is down. And you can see everyone's kind of like looking around. People are on edge. Some people are fighting each other still. But you hear the Loxodon yell out, "Everyone, calm down! Round 1 is over! If you want to leave, you can leave now! But if not..." And you see somebody running to the door like, I want to leave. You're going to have to stay! And you see he's like just, one person like just slides over, but the other person is running and the gate's closed, so not everybody gets to leave. You have to be pretty quick. And you hear he's like, all right, round 2! A Senor Flagra! And you can see somebody hits a giant gong. And you each feel some rumbling beneath your feet. Darian, you're still standing atop the Go Rhino, but you feel it's starting to like move kind of. And Zippy, you're in the air, thankfully, but you see some dead bodies of people, like the people Apophis killed. You're starting to sink below the sand as everything in this arena, all the sand around, is starting to shake and starting to spiral down into the center of the Colosseum. Norman and Darian, I want you both to make strength saving throws. Darian, yours is with advantage since you're standing atop the Go Rhino. But you see the round around, like the floor around you is turning to quicksand everywhere here. And you can see out of the center comes this pillar, this plant pillar, this viney flower pillar. It's just an amalgamation of vines and roots and everything, and it has a giant like blossoming kind of Venus flytrap face at the top, and it like flowers out its face, and there's like a long tongue that reaches out of its like teethy center, kind of like an octopus mouth. and you can see it's flourishing out. And it's this large plant pillar. And everyone's just looking at it, and everybody's like trying to get out of the quicksand. Darian and Norman, what'd you get?
5 plus 0. So 5.
It's a 12 plus 7, 19.
Okay, Darian, you are moving and like quickly like stepping out. You're like running across the quicksand. You're really dragging your feet out so you're not getting stuck, but you're still kind of on it. Norman, you have sunken down a little bit. It's up to your knees. If you fail 2 more times, you will be completely submerged.
Wow. Okay.
Everybody, roll initiative.
I got a 20.
17.
I had a 7 plus 3, but with the Bardic Inspiration, I rolled a 6, so 16.
And I'm just going to say, oh, just grit. Like sand. Get it?
All right, so first up again is Zippy. You're flying around, and this pillar is reaching up about 35 feet. It's this large tower of a plant. And it's just there.
What's the diameter of the plant?
It's about
Like
20
how-
feet
20 feet.
thick. Yeah.
Okay. I've always wanted to fight a plant, DM.
Oh, right.
Um,
I remember.
Oh, no.
But first, I'm gonna cast Wall of Fire, and as a 5th level spell, and I can make the Wall of Fire actually as a thing I can do with it. I can make it a ring of 20 feet. And so when the wall appears, each creature within the area of the 20 feet has to make a dexterity saving throw. And on each side of the wall, on one side of the wall selected by you when you cast the spell deals 5d8 damage to each creature that ends its turn within 10 feet of the side. So it's a ring, doesn't matter. And a creature takes the same damage when it enters the wall for the first time or ends its turn there. But I'm going to make it a level 5 spell, and it's a 6d8.
Damn. Okay, well, yeah, those are really good spells to use on a tower that can't move.
Is there any benefit? It's a plant, right? Will fire do more damage than normal?
It will.
So in Pokemon, fire's extra effective, but in real life, if it's a living plant, it doesn't burn as well. Go figure. Lion D looks at the camera again and goes, "Rawr."
So this last minute, but you have to do a dexterity saving throw.
Okay. Yeah, it. Well, I know that's going to be just below your thing. That was a 13.
Yes. And so it's going to be 68. And I'm going to... Zippy from on top of his carpet sees the plant sprout from the center, and everyone's watching. And is Apophis watching as well?
Yeah, Apophis is in the corner. Kind of. He's already gotten out of the quicksand. It can't face him. He can slither around easy.
Apophis, see what your little dude can do!
And then I summon just fire from beneath the sand as it sprouts out in a ring around the plant. And it engulfs it, and I'm gonna roll damage if that's okay.
Roll it. And you hear Apophis say, he's like moving to a wall, and he's gonna like hang off, and he's like, barbecue!
29 damage.
Okay. That's quite a bit. You, around the base, but it's just flames erupt and start circling. It's just like screaming, and you can see its vines are like whipping out, and tendrils are flying off of this tower, as it is not happy with being roasted alive. Everybody make a perception check.
10 plus 4, DM, 14.
11 plus 6, 17.
13 plus 4 is 17.
Okay, you actually all notice that when it's like screaming and flailing about, its Venus flytrap head, like the tower bulges up and it kind of like goes around, but when it's being burned, it kind of stretches out its neck a little bit as it's being damaged. And you can see just underneath it's like essentially its flower head. underneath that kind of ring, there are these kind of like balls, these purple bulges that kind of go off of its neck, so to speak. But it's like sinking in and out of its body, these bulges. So they're kind of hard to see, but you can see there's like these weird glands, essentially.
Purple's the weak spot. We heard that before.
Purple's juicy. We know that. We've learned. Memory, remember?
Those
Memorize it.
Juicy grapes.
Juicy grapes. All right, next up, Norman. Unless you want to move, Zippy.
I move up extremely high, tall above the plant's head.
Okay, you move all the way up as far as you can go right now. You're getting close to the treetop canopy with the branches that go over top. All right, so Norman, it's your turn.
Okay, I guess do I make my strength saving throw at the beginning or end of my turn?
Beginning.
Ooh, 7 plus 0, 7.
You still sink. It's up to your belly button. One more and you're sunk underneath.
Okay. Oh, man, that changes things.
You can use your action to try and get out as well, or you could just, like, you know, do something else.
This is so dumb and vain, but I am going to use minor illusion to make a 5-foot wide image of wreathed flame of Ganala's symbol on the pillar of fire.
Okay, make a performance check.
Okay.
So you want to try and make the symbol of Ganala appear in the flames?
Yeah. Natural 20.
Natural 20?
Now you get it.
20 plus 7, 26. Yeah.
You point at the flames, and the symbol of Ganala flares up within them. The crowd and everyone goes nuts. Even King Veal stands up out of their seat and is like, what? Whoa. And everyone's just like, Ganala, it's a sign. And everyone's like, he's watching the tournament. And they're all like, some are crying, some are freaking out. And you can see some of the survivors that are like pulling their way through the quicksand. You see some see the symbol, and they're reminded deep down of their religious beliefs that, like, Ganala, with Ganala, all beasts are unified. No beast left behind. And some trudge their way over, and they're like, Music Man, we're not letting you go. You're too gifted. And two of them bend down, and they're kind of sinking. But as they're sinking, they get up to their knees, but they pull you up one level, so you're at your knees. You're still one level down, but they've, like, pulled you up now.
Okay.
To save you from imminent doom. Next up is Darian.
All right. The sand, Seth. Is it magical?
No. It seems as like it's all kind of just being drawn into the tower. Like it's all kind of sinking towards it, you know?
Perfect. So time to use a ranger ability that never gets used. It's called Landstride. So moving through non-magical, difficult terrain costs you no extra movement.
Oh, damn.
So I just want that to be taken into consideration. And what I'm going to do is, seeing that Norman, although being helped by the others, is still kind of stuck, and knowing my options are kind of limited based on not being able to use actual weapons for training purposes here, I'm going to sprint across the sand with my ranger-like dexterity, and I want to go and pull Norman the rest of the way out.
Sick. Yes.
Okay. Roll strength.
Does athletics make sense or just straight strength?
Yeah, athletics would make sense.
All right, cool. Appreciate that. That's an 8 plus 8, so 16.
Okay, yeah, that's just good enough to pull Norman out. You're both out right now. But Darian, do make a strength saving throw since you're kind of like standing there still in the sand.
My land stride's not going to help me out here? Okay.
I mean, it's good for moving around. It's still going to sink, though.
Okay, that's another 8. 8 plus 8, so 16 again.
Okay, yeah, you are not getting sunk. The quicksand is not going to take you down. The other two guys are like, You got this. As they're slowly sinking.
Can I try and help them out too?
I'm gonna put my hand on Darius' shoulder and say, "No, don't make their sacrifice in vain." And then I'm just kidding. I start helping him up too.
All right, I'm not gonna make you roll for that. You guys are starting to help him out. Okay. Next up is the senior or elder Flagra. The vines from their tower start whipping off, and they take the damage from the flame on the end of their turn, I believe. So it starts with their tendrils just flailing about. These vines are going to be whipping around the entire Colosseum. So I'm going to make everybody do a dexterity saving throw.
3 + 7, 10 DM.
It's 26 total.
17 plus 3. 20.
Okay. So, Darian and Zippy, you fully dodge this. But Norman, one of the tendrils comes flailing out and you're helping the guys, and you and the guy you're helping both get just sacked in the stomach and thrown against the wall from one of these flailing vines. And you got lucky because you only take 16 damage, thankfully.
I just pulled you out of the sand.
Well, thanks, Darius. It's not like I meant for this to happen.
Next up is Zippy. But it does take the flame at the end of its turn, so roll the damage for the flame wall again.
Sure, but this isn't my action.
No, it just ended its turn in it, yeah.
That's a 31.
Jeez. Okay, it is screaming in pain. It doesn't know how to take this flame out, and it's just going to keep sitting in it, roasting slowly to death.
All right, so after the bath with Apothis and seeing him fight and everything, Zippy realizes he has so much farther to go in fighting and being like the person he wants to be when he eventually returns to the Bramble Patch, and even just being Grand Treasure Hunter and everything. And so, he, as I said at the end of my last turn, he zooms up to the sky, and as I'm doing that, the tassels on the back of the carpet I tie to my ankles, and we keep going up, and then I suddenly command the carpet to stop, and then just the momentum of going up in the sky, it's more like we're free falling at this point. I grab from the back of my backpack, I pull out the carrot peeler, which is a 1+ dagger that deals max crit damage to all plants. And then with my legs tied to the carpet, I command the carpet to zoom back down, circling the plant while I just dig the carrot peeler into the side of the plant, corkscrewing all the way down while everyone's hopefully watching.
Okay.
While I'm getting pulled by the carpet, instead of sitting on the carpet, I'm getting pulled by it.
Yeah, okay. Roll to hit.
I hope this hits, or this is gonna be so lame. Where's my inspiration? Okay, I got a 17.
Sick.
That hits.
Seth explained it.
Roll your damage first.
Okay, it's not that great damage, but it's still cool. And wait,
it automatically crits, so it's just the automatic max damage it can do.
1+ dagger is 5 damage.
Right. So around here, I've only done this a handful of times, but sometimes when we crit, I don't just give double damage. I give other effects, like blinding or something like that. So this is what happens. The tendrils are flying everywhere. These are essentially its arm weapons, its main thing. And they're flying everywhere, and you descend from the sky. You're free falling. You take out the carrot peeler, and then you just feel a burst of momentum as the carpet drags you, and you're spiraling down. And you're cutting all the tendrils that it's flailing around and snipping them as you're just slicing through. So they're all just falling off. And essentially, as you get to the bottom, all its tendrils have just fallen down, and it cannot use those anymore. So its main AoE attack was essentially you cut off all its arms with a sick move. Okay.
I get a hell yeah from my teammates. Please?
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah!
Deep yeah.
I do like a sit up, like flip back onto the carpet, and then I do a little twirl with the in my one hand with the carrot peeler.
Damn. All right. Next up is Norman. You've been pushed back a bit towards the wall. You're not prone or anything, but you're there. And I'm gonna make you roll strength to get out of the quicksand.
Isn't he out of it already? I pulled him out.
Yeah, but he's gonna sink
Okay,
again.
so I need to like get onto the wall. Basically, is what I'm learning here. 3 plus 0.
Oh my god.
Yeah, you sink down a little bit up to your knees.
I'm going to cast Minor Illusion again to hopefully maintain that. Well, Minor Illusion lasts a minute. It's not concentration, so that. But I'm going to cast another Minor Illusion, and the Ganala wreathed in flame symbol is going to start to flicker and smoke, and it's going to begin to be replaced with the symbol of Royce.
Okay, do a performance check again.
Not so good. 5 plus 7, 12.
Okay, the symbol is flaring and slowly starts to change into the Royce symbol, and people are just like, what? Is this the new Ganala symbol?
Oh no.
Like, people are like, is this how he's showing that this is the new symbol for Ganala? What? But one person in the crowd is actually like, demons! And they're like starting to chant demon, and you can see a small section of the Colosseum is starting to freak out because they think this is demonic or something from the deep, which is a very scary place. But that's that. And you can't really move because you're slowly sinking.
Do you know what? I'll bonus action, and I'll say to Darren, I'm gonna say, keep your eye on the prize. Draken's still training you, and I'll do another bardic inspiration.
Next up is Darian. This thing is looking pretty bloody, this tower now.
How far into this arena is it?
From the walls, it's from each wall, it's about 40 feet in.
Draken, how do we feel about the wind fan?
I'll allow it.
Perfect. I'm going to run 30 feet down. So I'm just outside of the range of the firewall, and I'm going to swing the wind fan towards the plant, swirling in a bunch of the flames from Zippy's wall of fire, and try and burn up the rest of the plant that's left after Zippy's epic noodle cut.
Okay.
Some rigatoni up in here.
Roll like a ranged attack for that.
That reminds me of when you did this last time with Peterson.
With Peterson. Am I proficient with this?
I'd say no.
So just add dex then.
Yeah.
Okay. That's only a 9 plus 3, 12.
So you blow the wind and it starts furling up. It is climbing. It's like it's spreading further up it, but it's not going to do any immediate damage right now. But it'll probably help with the next round.
Okay.
So the flames are climbing up it. And you're just standing there like constantly flaming it. I should have made you do I forgot you should do a strength saving throw for the quicksand.
It's an 18 plus 8.
Yeah, why am I even doing this? You're good. You're good. You see Apophis now and other people around in the arena. They're actually like, some people are shooting arrows as they're slowly sinking. Some have been completely consumed by the sand and are probably dead. But there's other people just shooting arrows. And Apophis is on the wall. And he actually takes the Go Rhino horn that's like almost submerged, and he snaps off the horn. And Apophis tries to like javelin throw it at the purple neck bits. And we'll see if they hit. It like pierces through their petal, but it doesn't hit the actual purple bit, but it like goes through like a bullet hole. And he's just like, yeah, hit the purple, remember?
Yeah.
He's like, that was kind of lame. So
Yeah, but I
Or
can't-
like, don't, because your fire's kicking ass. But like, do what you do. I don't care.
And you see, it is now the Flagra's, this Elder Flagra's turn. So, since we're like, I'll fix it now because we've been like rolling the damage before the turn, but the 31 damage from before is now gonna hit. But actually add one more dice onto that because of the wind flames, Zippy. So,
Damn.
roll one more.
2.
Okay, extra 2 damage.
Hey, that's up,
Flaming
man.
just fanning those flames. 2 damage.
For a total of 33.
It's taking double damage on all these flame attacks, by the way.
Holy, this thing has a lot of health.
It's really 66 damage. So it's flaming up, and it's getting burned. It's screaming. And now that its tendrils are gone, it's got to figure out a new way. And it angles its head down, and its face closes in. All the petals close in. And you can see its head starts to spin like a Gatling gun. As seeds, it's like shooting seeds now, and it's spraying it, and it can't shoot directly down at Zippy, but it's going to start shooting at Norman and Darian with these seed bullets.
Okay.
Natural freaking 20.
Oh, great.
Oh, DM, I'm going to use my Void Cloak. I'm going to use my Void Cloak to catch that attack.
Oh yeah, okay. You have to roll for that though, right?
Void Dodge. So I have a purple cloak that I got from the King of Orem, Comb, and Void Dodge. When a ranged weapon attack hits you while wearing the cloak, you can use a reaction to make a DC 16 Dexterity saving throw. If successful, the cloak appears to be a starry night sky, and the attack flies into the void. So I'm gonna try Dexterity saving throw. 3 + 7, 10. I got this.
Okay. You catch I'll say you catch a few of them, so you take half damage, but you don't catch them all. But some go flying into your cloak, into the void. You catch a few of them. But you still take half damage, which is going to be 11 because they rolled a 22 on damage. And Darian, because it was a nat 20, you're not going to take double damage, but you are going to immediately sink down a level. And you're sunken down into your knees because you were too busy blocking and trying to run away that you were tripping up and sink down to your knees one level in the quicksand. And you take 22 damage. Next up, Zippy. And the plant monster is not looking great.
I'm just gonna go down to Pothos and high five him.
Okay. You fly over there, and he's like,
Dude, that's pretty sick flame. How are you? You're pretty good with the magic.
Thanks. Want to go into the next round together?
I mean, like, sure. I don't know if you'll survive much longer. If I were you, I'd bail out now, especially before the end, because, little dude, I really don't want to fight you.
Trust me. Before we get to the end, I'll make the decision that I know will make you proud.
Also, low-key, thanks for the flames. I know what you're doing, and I appreciate the warmth.
Hey, I'm just doing whatever you taught me. Thinking the next step ahead in purple is always the weak point. I think of what you said.
Yeah, but you haven't done anything with that, so a little disappointing.
But when you can make it all fire, it's always so cool. Watch this next part. I'm gonna burn it even more.
All right, I got a front row seat. I'm watching.
My turn.
next up, Norman D.
Okay, the guy that was helping me out and got knocked over with me, is he beside me still?
Yeah, he's like sunken down to his knees.
Okay, I'm gonna say, hey friend, do you have a knife?
Probably have one on me. Oh, yeah, I got a knife. What about it?
Can I borrow it?
Yeah, sure, here.
Thanks.
Oh, damn it, I need stuff. That's my only weapon. Oh, damn. Oh, he's starting to sink, and it's like up to his chest.
Like I say, don't worry, this will be all over very quickly. And I'm going to, again, throw, because I forgot to get my knife from the rhino. I'm going to throw this knife at the giant plant thing, and I'm going to use another bonus action to do Psychic Blades again.
Okay. Roll damage. That's true. Roll to hit.
Another natural 20!
Oh, gosh. Okay.
Hey! Finally! With
Hey,
a
what's
dagger.
going on here?
Oh, yeah. Shut up, Zippy. 34 plus 3, 37 points of damage.
Damn. You cast the Psychic Blades in it, and you can see it's like the energy is coursing up through its inner body. You can see it like flickering. Then it gets to its purple glands, and they flash purple as they're just like screaming with their psychic damage. They look pretty bad now.
Darren's just going to curse under his breath and go, man, I can't get one kill in this thing.
But they look pretty bad, and they're just flailing around still without their tendrils. But now it is Darian's turn. Oh, also make a strength saving throw, Norman.
My fourth 3. 3 plus 0. What the frig?
You sink down to your chest, just like the guy beside you.
We're in this together.
To the end, brother. And it is Darian's turn.
Should I start with the strength save?
Yeah, you can start with the strength saving throw.
15 plus 8, 23.
I'm not going to have you do it anymore.
Okay,
You're broken.
so seeing that things are looking pretty rough for the plant, and just wanting to finish this off, I'm going to sprint through the flames to get up to the plant wall. I was trying to avoid doing this because there's a wall of fire, but we're just going to do it anyway. I think Zippy, it's a dexterity saving throw on the wall,
Yes.
even though I'm running through the flames, but I mean, like, cool. Oh, shoot.
That's how fast you run, man.
It's, shoot, I don't think wait, you give me another bardic inspiration.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so 10 plus 17.
You just survived,
Oh, thank you, bardic inspiration.
but you still take half damage.
Unless I use absorb element again.
You with your absorbing. All right.
So now I'm
How many of those do you have?
well, it's a level 1 spell, so I mean, as many spell slots as I have. So I mean, I can do it 4 times at level 1.
Yeah, that's not bad. Okay.
So as I sprint through the flame, you see the flames kind of actually catch on Darian and swirl around him as he runs to the plant. And I'm going to run forward and give a big old punch and try and punch through the outside and kind of pierce into the middle to like bring the flames of Zippy's wall of flames into the middle, and then activate some Planar Warrior force damage to almost do like a grenade explosion in the center of it.
Okay. Roll to hit.
That's a 12 plus 8, 20, and then just for my second attack, that's an 11 plus 8, 19. So that's a 18 damage total. And 6 of that is fire. So I guess it would be 20, wow, 24 damage total.
Yeah. You are sprinting across the sand and you dive and you just kind of like put your fist out Superman style and you go through the fire, absorb it, and you leave kind of an incendiary like hole. Like it's just like you've burned into the center. And then you've just released it all with your Saiyan powers.
It's like that Falcon Punch thing where he like shoot.
Essentially. And you Falcon Punch up and you can see the flame is like billowing inside and just near the base, just an explosion. And smoke comes out its center. And you can see its base is like slowly melting away and it's unstable and it's woozy and it lands down, slamming into the sand, and the quicksand stops, and the purple glands that nobody hit goes down, and it just lays there, dead. and you can see it's just, yeah, it slowly sinks back into the center and falls through the sand and like gets resucked into the ground. And you can see Darian, you escaped before it got it sank back down. You escaped the coffin.
He died saving us all.
And you get out. And those of you that are like still in quicksand, you notice like it stops sinking and you can like pull yourself out.
Oh, brother, we made it.
Brother, I was scared.
Well, me too, but the trick is to not let it show. You just have to.
Yeah, that's why I'm gonna stay in the sand a little longer. I don't want it to show, if you know what I mean. I shit myself, is what I'm trying to say. I hope I don't see you. I'm embarrassed. And I told you too much.
But I'll get it to you later. Bye.
Oh, yeah, my knife! And you guys all pick yourself up, and Apophis lands back on the ground, Zippy. He's just like, dude, you are burning it up!
Thanks. Yeah, well, it's not like I can punch a rhino in the face and hit it across the whole map.
Dude, you'll get there. Give it a month, and I'm sure you'll be punching rhinos left and right.
Cool. A month?
Yeah. I mean, I got this big in like, well, less than a month. But I don't expect you to have the kind of like stamina that I do.
Just keep moving forward and I'll be right behind you as far as I know.
Dude, this is rad. I love having a little dude.
And he high fives you.
I five him back.
And he quietly says to himself, he's like,
hopefully one day I'll be the dude that's little for the big King Veal.
And he looks up and you see the king is like sitting in his throne and he's kind of like slow clapping as lots of people are cheering around. You hear the Loxodon announcer go, well done, survivors. Now, with round 3, if you want to leave before then, and some people are trying to run. The guy who's like browned his trousers has gotten out of the sand and he's dived in. A lot of people are leaving very quickly because they learned their lesson from the first round. He's like, if you want to leave now. Oh, most people got it. All right, close the gates. So, there's only a few left. You can see there's like 3 randoms. There's the Wukong female, and you see there's Apophis and you guys. So not very many people left. And they say, all right, so for round 3, and King Veal stands up and casts thaumaturgy or moves their thaumaturgy hand to their neck so that they have it. And is like,
this is the king. And I want to applaud all of you for your spectacular efforts today.
And everyone cheers.
But I thought we might spice up round 3 this year and bring you out my prized beast. I think you all can handle it, yes? What do we say? Do we think they can handle it?
And everyone cheers.
So, all of you, be prepared to fight my own personal pet. One I've raised since childhood here in Takul. It is an Ixalan.
And you hear roar. And you see coming through the gate. They don't even have time to open it. It just bursts through. And you see it's this giant T-Rex with this like furry back and these 2 like devilish horns going off its forehead. And it just lets out a mighty roar. And they're like, yes! Yes!
Now Guinevere, my pet, devour those who are unworthy to face Ganala.
And it screams. And it looks at all of you. And you see steam comes out its nose again, and it's huge. And you're all standing there. And Apophis is like,
little dude, don't worry. I killed dinos before. You just gotta go for their little bitty itty arms. Like, look at this one. Stupid.
And the Ixalan just roars once more, lifting its head to the sky. And then you see it standing there looking at the sky. And you all, before you can even realize it, there's a spear below its chin. Like, it's just stuck in the sand. This, like, black javelin. And the Exalon falls over. As you see, there's been a hole that just pierced right from its skull through its chin. And killed it on the spot. And King Veal stands up and is like, "Who did this? What? That wasn't one of you, no. What happened? Guinevere!" And you hear bzzz, you hear all this buzzing. And like flapping of wings. And you see an explosion happens at the king's tower as you see this large, like 9-foot tall tarantula hawk bug has this black sword stinger, and it holds it up to King Veal's neck, and everyone's like freaking out. The Loxodon tries to like punch them, but they take their other sword in their other hand and point it right into their throat, and blood trickles out as they collapse. And you just hear a voice.
King Veal and Ganala have kept us stranded on that island for too long. No longer are we the prey.
Sheik! And King Veal's lion head separates from his body. And it falls out of the tower, landing in the sand at the Colosseum. And everyone screams. And there's the other people being like, "The demons! The demons are here! It was a sign!" And you hear buzzing, and you look over top, and you can see through the treetop, there's just a swarm of bugs flying around. And some are descending into the Colosseum and are killing and just murdering some of the stand viewers. Bugs are just swarming in from all angles. And you hear the tarantula hawk leader just go,
Jakul has a new king, and Ganala will fall this day.
And they fly up. And some of the bugs are like still staying, but a large part of the swarm is moving away following the tarantula hawk. And Apophis is like, "Dude, what the hell is happening? This ain't cool!" And you see falling into the Colosseum 3 dust clouds. It's like 3 meteorites hit the ground. And people are screaming. Like, the Wukong monkey is already leaving. Everybody's ditching, basically, from the Colosseum, all the gladiators. Everyone's running. But in these 3 meteorite, like, slams into the ground, you see the dust falls. And you see before you, Darien, staring at you now, with a blue flower on their chest, is this bee. This, like, worker bee, slim, has the wings peeled down, and they have this kind of honeycomb shield and a stinger sword, and they're staring at you, Darien. And then another dust cloud dissipates, and staring at you, Norman, is this butterfly person with like blue flower things all floating and moving throughout their butterfly wings. And they have kind of like a spell book at their side. And they stare at you, Norman. And then, rising out of the dust is this heavy, large, armored dung beetle with this massive ball of steel with a chain that they're holding on to. It's like a massive chain and ball. And this big, beefy beetle. And they stare at you, Zippy, and Apophis, because you two are together. And you just hear them go, like, clicking and clicking. And Draken just goes,
Well, Norman, Butterfly, us, Bee, Zippy, you got the big guy. Let's do this. Darien, no weapons.
Shit. Okay, let's do this.
DM,
And that's-
don't you dare say. Don't you dare
That's
say.
where we're gonna end the episode.
No!
Baby beef.